Hello everyone, this is Luke Hudson from Billingsplanroom.com, itb.io. Today we're going to be talking about the activity logs. There's lots of information you can pull together from reviewing the activity logs. They're very beneficial in helping you manage your projects. So we're going to pull up this project here and go to the activity log. I'm going to start. There's two activity logs. There's the ITB activity log, which the ITB activity log is going to show you activity from the online bid service itself, from the project activity, if the project is public or private. The services activity log is going to show you things like the email communications and the fax communications and the SMS communications. So the activity logs are kind of separated out into two different logs just to keep things a little clearer and more accessible for you. So we're going to start with the ITB activity log. So the first thing that we're on is the online bid service activity. This is the itb.io activity. This is going to show you if there's been responses, if there's been communications, things that have happened on the project. All of these are searchable, so we could look for billings there. Drill down into things that have billings in the name. We can look by events. So an open ITB, a response. We can find all the different types of events. We can look by the message. We can look by the company. So we can see all sorts of different events here. So that is the itb.io activity. Now we can also see the project activity. Okay, this project that we're on here has some activity on it. So I'm going to go to the public activity because this is a public activity list. One thing you'll notice is it says send invitations from this list. This is really helpful. So if this is a publicly bidding project and you've already sent out invites or you haven't, either way, you can come into this activity report, this project activity public, and you can actually invite these bidders from this list. Real helpful way to let people know that you're going to be bidding a publicly bidding project. If the job is private, you won't have that option because the only way anyone could get into the project would be if you invited them in the first place. So that wouldn't make any sense in that regard. But for a publicly bidding project, and you're going to send out invites, come to this project activity report, hit send invitations from this list. It'll walk you through the ability to add and remove bidders and take you through the process. You can also search in here by email address for people that have been looking at a job. So we can see different users that have been looking at the projects. You can see the different activity that occurred on the project, if they viewed it, saved it, etc. So you'll see different types of activity here. You can see the company, the contact, the phone and fax and email address, and the date that the activity occurred. So the activity reports for the activity log are really helpful. You can find users that have been looking at the project. You can find actions that have occurred. So that is the ITB activity log. Let's look at the services activity log because I think you'll find some useful information here as well. So the services activity log, like I said, is either going to be your emails with SendGrid or your faxes with Faxio. And you can, once again, you can search these and you can look for different status codes like 250s. You can look for 500 level statuses, if any exist. You can look through here for delivered. Let's find your emails that were delivered. You can use the status code legend to review what the different meanings are. So the 200 levels are good, they're green. 400 levels usually work themselves out over time. It might be just a temporary delay with delivery of your message. 500 is a failure, so if you get a 500 level message back, that means that something went wrong, and more than likely you're going to need to pull up their account and change an email address or fax number because something failed. Once again, you can see what the meanings of the different email events are. So if it was processed, delivered, open, click, drop, bounce, unsubscribe, spam, anything like that, you can see those messages here. Once again, green's good, yellow will probably work itself out, and red is a failure. Same with the fax response codes. We get different responses back from the fax servers as we try and send out those faxes. So you can use the activity logs in a lot of different ways. The activity log and the service logs, both super helpful. Take advantage of them. There's lots of different information in here that's available at your fingertips. And as always, if you need help, you can send us an email or give us a phone call. We'd love to help track down and trace down your problems. But I would say this: if somebody tells you that they didn't get their email, they've got this message here. It's a 250 status code, and the message says delivered. Then their server has accepted it. They need to follow up with their IT department to figure out where that message is. You can give them as much information as you can. Tell them when it was sent, on this date at this time, and this is the message we got back. But that message has been delivered. It's being queued somewhere. It's in a spam, junk, something. But that message was successfully handed off. Any other message is definitely open to interpretation. We can track that down, see what happened exactly, probably try and resend it. But if you see a 250 level message, that you know for sure that that server on the other end accepted our handoff of that message. For now, this is Luke Hudson from Billingsplanroom.com and itb.io. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please visit our YouTube channel and our website for more features and tips on how to make the most of your bid management tools from Billingsplanroom.com.